Hello everyone, welcome to the yarn bowl. Today we'll see how to crochet this simple newborn beanie with double crochet stitches. This is very simple beanie, good for beginners. Meanwhile, if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon as well so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. So today I'm using two color of yarn, one in rose gold, another one is white, and the 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So the rose gold will be my base color and white will be for my border and a simple bow ascent. So to start with, I'm creating a magic ring, chain 3 and 10 double crochet stitches around the magic ring. So if I consider my chain 3 also as a double crochet, so I will have 11 double crochets around my magic ring. So this is my row 1 and I will be joining with the on top of chain 3 using a slip stitch to close this row. So totally 11 double crochet and slip stitch around the magic ring. So I am closing this row using a slip stitch. So for row 2, I will be doing a chain 3 and a double crochet on the same stitch, meaning we are working 2 double crochet on the stitch and we will be working 2 double crochets on each stitch around. So meanwhile you secure your magic ring with a knot. So we'll be working 2 double crochets on each stitch around. So at the end of this row we will have 22 stitches and then we will be joining on top of the chain 3 using a slip stitch. So each chain will be working 2 double crochets. So we are going to end this row. So I am working 2 double crochets on my last stitch. So always count your stitches so that you don't work any extra stitches on the last chain. So at the end of this row I will be having 22 stitches. I think I forgot to work one more double crochet on that stitch, so I'm just working that and 2 more double crochets on my last stitch and then I will be joining to the start of the chain using a slip stitch. Close your row. So row 2 is now complete. We can start working row 3, chain 3 and then 2 double crochets on next stitch. So 1 double crochet on next stitch, 2 double crochets on the next stitch. So we are alternating between 1 double crochets and 2 double crochets around. So at the end of this row we will have 33 stitches and close this row by using a slip stitch on top of chain 3. Continue working like this, alternating between 1 double crochets and 2 double crochets. So we are at the end chain, so I am working 2 double crochets and joining to the top of chain 3 using a slip stitch. So my row 3 is now complete. So it's same like what we worked for crochet circle. It's going to be the same. So row 4 I'm working chain 3, 1 double crochet on the next stitch, 2 double crochets on the next stitch. So this is also an increment row. So for first 2 stitches we are working 1 double crochets each, and for the third stitch we will be working 2 double crochets. So we are going to work 1 double crochet each on 2 stitches and 2 double crochets on the next stitch. So we are continue working like this. So we are at the end of this row. On the last stitch I worked 2 double crochets, and I'm going to close this row by slip stitch on top of chain 3. So row 4 is now complete. At the end of row 4 we'll have 44 stitches. So we can start working row 5. For that chain 3, and I will work 1 double crochet on each stitch. So we are not incrementing anymore. So for row 5, row 6, row 7, row 8 we are going to work the same way. In fact, for the whole beanie we are going to work only 1 double crochet each around. For row 5, row 6, row 7, row 8, 9, 10 and 11. Only thing is for row 9 we are going to change the color. So we have done working 1 double crochet each for row 5, and then I am joining to the start of chain 3 using a slip stitch. So this is going to be the same for row 6, row 7, row 8 as well. So we are not going to increment. We will be doing chain 3 and we will be working 1 double crochet each throughout. So I'm at the end of row 6. I'm starting with the row 7. Row 7 is also the same. I'm going to work chain 3 and 1 double crochet each around, and then joining on top of chain 3 using a slip stitch. So at the end of this row 2 I will be having 44 stitches. Row 8. I'm working my row 8. So now you can see our beanie is shaping up. So for the main part of the beanie we are not incrementing. So we are just working 1 double crochet each around. So I'm working last double crochet, and then I will be joining to the start of chain 3 using a slip stitch. So at the end of this row 2 I will be having 44 stitches. I am just changing the yarn color to white, and then I will knot these both color yarn together tightly. So this row 9 is same as row 8. There is no change. Only thing is we have changed the yarn color. We will be working chain 3 and 1 double crochet each on every stitch around, and then joining with a slip stitch on top of chain 3 to close this row. There is no change. We will be working 1 double crochet each on every stitch around, and then closing this row using a slip stitch on top of chain 3. So at the end of this row we'll still have 44 stitches. So I'm going to close this row, and then again we'll change the yarn color to the base color. This is just to create a border effect, and it will give a good look to the beanie too. Now cut this white yarn, change the yarn color to the base color. Now I'm changing the yarn to rose gold again, and then I will be working the same for 2 more rows, that is chain 3, 1 double crochet each on every stitch around. So this is the same thing we are going to do for row 10 and 11. So there is no change. In fact, from row 5 we've been working the same. We've not incremented. We are just working 1 double crochet each on each stitch around, and then we'll be joining to the top of chain 3 using a slip stitch. So this row is now going to be complete. The end of row 11, few more stitches to go. We are almost at the end of the beanie as well, so we are almost going to complete our beanie. I'm doing a slip stitch. You can now cut off the yarn, secure them with a knot. Our basic double crochet beanie is ready. This is very simple. You can leave it as it is, or if you want to add extra cuteness, you can attach a bow to it. I've already created a video on how to create this bow. I will attach the link in the description. You can watch that video and see how to crochet this bow. So for now I'm adding this bow to my hat using a tapestry needle, and I'll just sew it around. So sew it gently. I'm sewing it on where I've attached the white color border. Now our beautiful basic beanie with a bow is ready. It's very simple. We have used only double crochet stitches. Please try this at home, and do not forget to subscribe to the Yarn Bowl and click on the bell icon as well. Thank you.